I only smelled oud in Le Labo once, and that kind of left me with a little bit confused feeling because I'm not used to that smell, you know. And then I put it back without knowing what to think about it. But I think the more you grow, like in the knowledge of fragrance, the more everything gets like interesting, and that smell of oud becomes kind of interesting at the same time. I believe it's a very nice smell to have, you know, like at winter time, I would say, would be very nice smell. Also, the next thing, yeah, here is basically a picture of what I saw in that shop. These things, like, I'm completely not familiar, you know. These are in the shops like Next or Bershka, or there's another one, I forgot what was the name. But do you buy these fragrances there from those type of cheap places? Like I think I would buy only if I would be extremely poor person, and maybe that you know, I would just kind of would want to have any type of fragrance, and I would not care about quality. And so these, I smelled few of them, but they didn't impress me, like. And the next picture will be this like a, you know, this, I'm pretty sure you really know this, it's Spice Bomb for Man. Actually, I was looking to smell spice, no, what is that, flower bomb for women, but it was not displayed, so I just kind of sniffed a little bit Spice Bomb, and it's very popular. It's from Victor Rolf, and I remember, like, I really liked it long time ago when I was working in Spain, and I even convinced one person to buy that fragrance. And when I remember, I used to even spray it on myself, you know, because it's so sweet, you know, it's so sweet and very sweet, that fragrance. I remember I was kind of, it's very hot, you know, in Spain, but I still kind of used to like to spray this type of sweet, spicy fragrance, you know, on myself. But I sprayed it today, and I think everything changed now, and I'm not extremely happy with the smell. Like, first spray is nice, but then after, that sweetness kind of fades away, and what is left is only that type of kind of man fragrance sharpness. So you know, I am not kind of, you know, this fragrance kind of, I haven't been wearing it, you know, like every day, so I could give you a better review about it because it's a man fragrance. But that was my today's impression, was not, you know, the most perfect one about this one. Now this one was very interesting. I never heard about it before. So that one is Terre d'Hermes. Terre d'Hermes. I think it's French. Terre, let me see. Terre d'Hermes. And I believe it's fragrance for man, because there is that, you know, that picture of man with a horse. And basically I sprayed it and I was quite pleasantly surprised about this one. This one is fresh, very interesting, and there is a little bit of masculine scent in it. So I think a little bit could smell vetiver. And also, what does it say here? An evocation of flowering trees, magnolias, pizzosporums, musks, and Madonna lilies. It's very unusual, these names. And the smell is fresh, but also the price was quite high. I can't remember, but more than 100 euros. So of course, for the quality you have to pay the price, I guess. Are you familiar with this fragrance? I think I used to saw some YouTubers speaking about it, but I never smelled it myself. It's Terre d'Hermes, and also I saw one with vetiver as well. I haven't smelled that one. Now the other picture that I have is actually like something that I kind of was very amazed, you know, by it. It's KENZO, and there were 3 fragrances. The one that I loved the most was Flower by KENZO. Flowers by KENZO. But how do you know what's that specifically the name? Because it's only the color. Flowers, KENZO. Basically, I love that middle one. Let me try to find after the name of that one, but that middle one I love the most because I just sprayed it and it just made me feel so comfortable. You know, I was walking in that shopping mall, and just I was feeling about myself, that aura, that sweetness, and that type of, you know, feminine fragrance. It's very, kind of reminded me a little bit of Eternity, the Flameful Woman. That warm feeling, but also much better. And the price of that was like 30 mil, around more than 50 euro. You know, I was about thinking, should I buy it? But then I got distracted by something else and I didn't buy it because I'm a very suspicious person about fragrances, and I know that if I buy something wrong, you know, I might regret. So I leave some time to think about it, and then if one day I will want to treat myself, I will. But I don't buy fragrances, you know, just like very often, because I'm concerned about how much it costs as well. Although this one doesn't cost a lot, and actually it really surprised me. I really recommend you to try, everybody, and it's not too expensive to buy as well. I will leave this fragrance to my wish list, I would say, for the future, because it's quite worth having it. Like, I was feeling very elevated, you know, with that smell. I think I still have it in my hair. There is some left. I think the lasting power of that one was maybe like 4 or 5 hours in hot air, in hot weather, which is not too bad. And let's see, what did I saw more? Let's have a look, what else did I see? Emporio Armani, Stronger With You and In Love With You. These are great fragrances. I'm familiar with both of them. I'm gonna give you another review about them more profoundly, and it's really good fragrances. Really, I would recommend you. There is for women and for men as well. And then this is the last one as well. It's Molecules, my lovely Molecules. So these are the fragrances that are like are my top fragrances. They are the best that I ever received compliments from, and I don't stop receiving it yet anyway. And as I said before, my first my number one is like Molecule 1 fragrance. There is also Molecule 2, I have them as well. Molecule 3 is beautiful too, and Molecule 4 is beautiful too. They are all unisex fragrances, so it's suitable for everybody. But I would say for the man, I would probably recommend 02 and 04 for man, you know, although they say vetiver is also for man, but I don't know, I just feel like 02 and 04, they are mostly for man. You could take also 01 as well. You could layer it with something else too. And I was also looking for that also, the same artist who created this fragrance, the Beautiful Mind range, you know, Beautiful Mind range, but suddenly it was taking off from this shop, so I couldn't smell it again. I don't know if these fragrances were successful. Basically, it's kind of connected with, as that artist said, like connected with mind somehow, that fragrance. Have you ever heard about it? I kind of doubt that you did, because it's not very common. It's from similar range, Molecules, but another range, you know. Beautiful Mind series is the name. I smelled it a few times, but it didn't surprise me a lot. So I'm running out of time at the moment. I will probably say bye-bye to everybody, and I will probably come back more when I will study these fragrances. Today it was like a short run through it, and thank you very much. I will see you soon, and bye-bye.